Welcome everyone, just thought I'd make a short video showing how the seat of my Scrambler is mounted. So this is your typical custom Scrambler cafe racer seat that you see online for cheap. I actually have two of them, so I used to run a brown one before, but I got sick of it, so I went back to having a black seat. So basically the way these are mounted, there's two styles that you see online. So one, this is a longer one, and it has a plastic hook mounted into the seat. It's got some rubber stoppers there when it's balancing on the frame. And this is a couple of bolts there. It usually comes with some brackets that sort of mount on there and then come out and up. So the idea being that the brackets would mount the hole to bolt to a frame somewhere. I don't use them. And then the other version you get is usually, I think it's a little bit shorter, and it still has these brackets, but this hook up the front is actually not part of the plastic, it's actually bolted in as well. So there's two different common styles you see. You can see here I've actually cut a little bit out for mounting on this particular bike. I've taken out the rubber bumpers out of there. But this seat here, the black one, is actually the same underneath as this brown one, so I'll take that off now. So I've lifted the seat up, I've unbolted already. I just use these longer nuts. Flange nuts are probably a good way to do it as well, but I just use them just because they're a bit easier. But I've lifted it up already, so if we pop that off, you'll see underneath it's the same. It's the same hook, same bolts, and I've cut a section out as well just to show. Taken out the rubber bump stops as well. And underneath, it's actually not that complicated, it's pretty simple. So at the back end where those bolts go, there's this bracket welded in. So that just goes across, it's flat bar. And then there's 4 holes for those 4 bolts. You could get rid of them. I don't use all 4 bolts, I only use one either side, so I just have a nut either side like that. And I've cut this fender underneath just to allow me to get to that nut easy enough. This other brackets, there's for my saddlebags, obviously the cable tied there. At the front of the bike is 2 parts. So these struts here, I've added in the rubber bump stops on the seat, sit on these, just to take some of the weight. Yeah, they're easily removed, just one screw there, one screw there. And then the actual front of the seat and the hook mounts to this hook here. So this bit here is a big thick bit of flat bar, and that's welded to this crossbar here. So this crossbar, it's bolted in the same bolt there. It goes to this point here, and that's where your air filter box is bolted to. So it's bolted there. And on the other side, it's the same. So it's bolted, it's hard to see, it's bolted in there. So that flat bar here goes that way and across. And then this flat hook is welded to that bar. So basically, front of the seat, the plastic hook comes in, pushes under there, and hooks under there. Rubber bump stops sit on there, and then 2 to 4 bolts come through and just drop into there, and 2 nuts underneath. And that's it, pretty simple. Right, to put the seat back on, I'll try to do this one-handed. Obviously I've got my tool roll strap there, so I have to sort of press it in underneath that. So just get the front of the seat, and I get it to hook on the front down here, and push that in, get that behind there. So as long as you push that hook in at the front, you have to push that down. The plastic flexes a bit, which is handy. Push that down. And then at the back, I'm just going to make sure I get mine past my tool roll. You can hear the bolts sort of dropping in the holes. And once I get that, once I get those back bolts down, like that, so all 4 bolts are in the holes. And once I put those bolts on, then the seat is fitted. So thanks for watching. I don't make many videos, but something I've been meaning to do for a while. And as you can see, the DR has actually changed since that overview video. So the headlights changed, and I've actually changed the exhaust and changed those number panels. Actually the same panels, I just stripped the paint off them. But yeah, just changed the actual exhaust to an XL exhaust, and a purpose-built moto headlight as well, which is much better than the cheap eBay one I had on it before. Little bit different style, but yeah, other than that, they're the main changes. And I've actually lowered. It is actually not totally factory lowered and not standard height. It's actually sort of midway in between, which I really like. So yeah. Thanks. The next video I'll probably do something like how I mounted the tank, I think, is probably where I'll do next.